Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Bravo.
From the gun, Herbert in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
61, matchbox lights. Hey, Delta.
53 at the mark. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Get it.
Back to throw. Herbert, he's going to rifle one deep. He's got him in. Complete. A gain of right around 35 yards on a play that started back inside their 10. Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against a defense who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot here this deep in their own territory.
Called it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, 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 hey.
's the mic. 53, check 53.
Protein spill.
Back, back, back. Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Let's go.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Let's go now. 70, Indy.
Coming to you, coming to you.
Look at me. Go, big grip.
To throw on 3rd down. Herbert. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Number 36 on the carry. The tackle by Derwin James.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Got what he needed for the 1st down with a gain of 2.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Watching you fly. I'm on. SOS.
On 1st down, Benjamin.
It's run, baby, it's run.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line.
3-0 after one on EA Sports.
What you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. Hey, watch hands. Watch hands.
Check 50. Check 50. Check your hot read. Shit.
Mike.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Quick dance. Come on.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Operating from the gun. Daniels firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
A gain of 6 brings up 2nd and 9 at the 48-yard line.
Go. Joker. Hey. Press now.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 23 yards to pick up there.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
They'll run on 1st down. Benjamin. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Benjamin. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The rookie from Michigan there defensively. That's Devin Bush making the play.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass, excellent job. Way to knock it down.
The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Mike 55. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Check. 55 to Mike. Check.
From the gun, Daniels. His pass caught at the 4. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll come out in the pistol.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. Let's go. Mike,
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
On the ready.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-0 as they come up 1st and 10. A first down run by Barkley, unsuccessful, as he won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Switch.
At the 23-yard line.
Hey, Haywood.
53's mine.
Nice.
Operating from the gun. Herbert going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. And they rattle off a big one. And even 50 yards for an offense that has not found the end zone yet. That's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
At the Browns' 28-yard line.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. You ain't going nowhere. 32.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And now look at him go. The 20. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that makes our score 17-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. Oh, eluding the tackle. Fights through, and now a crease. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
To throw on second down, Herbert. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, Sam up.
Check, 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 check.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Pilot, 64, weak. Gone, gone.
Throwing on third and long. Herbert, and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment?
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here this first half. And down he'll go at the 25. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
At the 27-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I know he is. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Watch the out, watch the out. Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Rush in, rush in.
Here's 2nd and 8. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Daniels. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 21.
Here we go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Hard. Snap.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run.
Hey, team six.
Cut it right. Three down.
The final shot before break. Herbert, he's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
I'm coming after you.
Fire.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Let's go now. 15 line. 15 line.
Hey, watch the left. Hey, let's get that ball, Dean. Let's get that ball right here.
Go.
He's coming to you. Motion. Hey.
Hit it.
Looking to throw on second down. Herbert, he'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And all the way in for the touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster with touchdown number 8 on the year. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
You ain't doing nothing today.
From the gun, Daniels. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Daniels. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
2nd and 6. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Don't let him breathe. Play that tight deep. Don't let him breathe.
Operating from the gun, Daniels. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 25 yards that time.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Here we go. Pittsburgh. Hey, watch the slant. Check 44. Check 44. Showing it. Showing it.
Check 52.
Spell. Twist. Watch the twist.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he'll give it here to his running back. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
We got 3. We got 3. We got 3.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and 1.
And to give this time to the tailback. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
Let's go now. Touchdown. All day, dog. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Let's overload.
6-6, bullet high. Rock it. Chance. 25.
Now Saquon Barkley. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
18 Gator.
4 down. He's coming.
Ready?
He's coming. Double up.
Hey, box truck. Ready?
From the gun, Herbert. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Smith-Schuster. 3 plays and out. It's 4th down.
And they'll send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. Yeah, this is away, and I don't think Landry will get a chance to return here. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Hey, here I come.
On 1st and 10, Daniels. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Daniels. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Daniels. Throwing right, and that's complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Daniels. This is the tight end, Njoku. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Mike 50. Cross the screen.
Throwing on first down. Daniels. The quick slant caught. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Check safety. Watch the edge. Check 26, check 26. Switch.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Five. Get it.
On first down, Herbert. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The intended target, Saquon Barkley. And it's 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Check. 53's the Mike.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Herbert. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
Look at me. Score.
On 3rd down, Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Corey Littleton, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, Herbert. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown! DK Metcalf with touchdown number 7 on the year. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
The extra point up and good, and that will get them one closer. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. All of a sudden, they have quite a bit of breathing room. This was a one-score game, but touchdowns on their last 2 drives, and now comfort is here, so to speak.
It certainly is for them. Now, I've been in this situation before on the flip side of this, and all that's going on there is a little bit of finger pointing. Hey, what's going on? How can we stop them? Can someone make a play to try and stop this momentum?
Well, they're going to be ball hawking because they need a turnover on that other side. A pretty big opening there on first down. 8 yards up to the 33. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Get him, boy! Get him, boy!
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Looking to throw. Daniels. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Under 10, under 10, 10. Check.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Steps away to his left. Going deep for Benjamin. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Daniels. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A 3rd down gain of 19.
Let him know, let him know.
Off the play fake. Daniels. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them. They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8.
Hey, we got Mike 50, Mike 50, huh? Come for you.
Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Off play action. Daniels. forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Go.
Mike 50, Mike 50.
It's out of time. It's out of time. It's out of time. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Push him back. Push him back.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. On 1st and 10, Daniels. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Be a long day for you.
Throwing on 1st down, Daniels. And this is caught for a Browns touchdown by Landry. Jarvis Landry, his second touchdown on the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just wait.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Alpha. Check Leo. Five.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw. And got his man complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Browns, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0, and they'll get this.